Covering an action-packed day 4 of the second test played between Pakistan and the West Indies at Sabina Park, Jamaica on this volume of CRIQAZI Diaries.
Have a look at that, smiles up, oh, it's nearly taken someone out in the stands. That was a flat six right under the stand there, the George Giffen stand, up into the members, and it went like a rocket. Well, wicket 24.
What a riveting day of Test cricket we witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, as Pakistan fought back with such vigor and determination. First, they bowled out West Indies for 150, and then they scored their runs at more than 6 and over to set the opposition a target of 329, giving themselves north of 100 overs to bowl out the West Indies in the final innings. Khair, ab aisi baat nahi ki it was all Pakistan on day 4. West Indies too fought back towards the end of the day. They scored 49 runs for the loss of 1 wicket, which means that we're in for an exhilarating day 5. West Indies, of course, required 280 runs to win. Pakistan required 9 wickets. So all 3 results are possible on the final day, given that bad light and rain has played such an important role in this test match. West Indies started the day at 39 for 3, and Shaheen Shah Afridi carried his form from day 3 into day 4 to strike early, removing Alzari Joseph, the night watchman, drawing his edge to leave West Indies at 45 for 4. Uske baad there was a partnership of 60 runs between Nkrumah Bonner and Jermaine Blackwood, and that really was the only partnership of substance in this West Indies innings, which was of course ended by Mohammad Abbas, who removed Nkrumah Bonner with a peach of a delivery, and then very next ball he removed Kyle Mayers for another duck on an almost identical delivery, and this was Kyle Mayers' 3rd duck in the row in this series, so it's been a series to forget for him. As the old adage goes in cricket that 1 brings 2, well, in this particular case 1 brought 4, as Jermaine Blackwood was soon dismissed by Shaheen Afridi by virtue of a delivery that got big on him, and then Mohammad Abbas trapped Joshua De Silva LBW to leave West Indies at 116 for 8, and Pakistan with their tails up in this test. Following that, there was a late burst from Jason Holder, who scored a quick 26 and took West Indies total to 150, as Shaheen Shah Afridi accounted for the remaining 2 wickets to finish the innings with figures of 6 for 51, his best in Test cricket so far. For those of you who watched yesterday's volume, you would know that मैंने खुद ये call की थी कि I feel that Shaheen Shah Afridi can win Pakistan this test match, and he's definitely done his part so far. I mean, जो Shaheen जब से आया cricket में, his stock has just continued to rise, और जिस तरह वो mature हो रहा है ना cricket में across all formats is just so pleasing to see for a Pakistani fan in particular, and I'm sure for all cricket lovers. Or you know, limited overs में तो Shaheen had showed his prowess before as well, but I think this series is where he's really announced himself in Test cricket. इससे पहले ज़रा hot and cold था Test matches में, but here he's really told the world that yes, he's an all-format player for Pakistan, and he's going to be brilliant across all those formats. So I really wish that Shaheen just continues to grow in stature, and I hope that one day he ends his Test career with more than 400 wickets, potentially breaking Wasim Akram's record. देखें, credit तो Mohammad Abbas को भी देना पड़ेगा. He supported Shaheen really well, and while Shaheen did take 4 wickets today, Abbas also took 3, ended with figures of 3 for 44, and he was very accurate with his line and length, and you know, he keeps probing the batsman and threatens the outside edge. So credit to Mohammad Abbas, क्योंकि pressure था काफी Abbas पे series से पहले. He hadn't performed in a while, so this was a good outing for him. And then one more thing, जो catching थी Pakistan की, it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, Babar Azam took a ripper in the slip cordon, and then Fawad Alam took a diving catch at gully, which was really good. और फिर Babar at the end also removed Kemar Roach with a one-hander to end West Indies innings, as Roach tried to heave the ball over the inner circle but failed to do so. So Pakistan came out to bat with a lead of 152, and the need of the hour was to get some quick runs and play positively, and that's exactly what they did. They played with great intent, and both openers who had been failing consistently trying to be circumspect, when they played freely and positively, they actually got some runs. Imran Butt got 37 and Abid Ali got 29, and they actually scored a 70-run opening partnership within the first 10 overs, which was really commendable. And finally the openers really pitched in this series, so that was really nice to watch. And maybe, you know, this is how they should always play. शायद इनको हमेशा positive intent के साथ ही जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि जब ये रोक के खेलने की कोशिश करते हैं तब तो they fail every single time. All of Pakistan's batsmen played with great intent, और वो जो एक hunger था ना वो नजर आ रहा था इस टीम में to force a result, which was honestly brilliant to watch as a Pakistani cricket supporter. And then they did end up with 176 runs for 6 wickets. That's when they declared. और जो एक decision था ना promote करने का हसन अली और फहीम अशरफ को ऊपर to get some quick runs, I think that was a very smart one, and that did pay off in the end as Pakistan left themselves more than 100 overs to bowl West Indies out. वैसे तो आपस की बात है, मुझे शायद एक ODI भी याद नहीं पड़ रहा in which Pakistan scored at such a rate, scoring 176 runs in 27.5 overs at a run rate of almost 6.5. But it was a really pleasant surprise, और जो है ना उन्होंने गेम की सिचुएशन को recognize किया है, and they had to give themselves enough overs to bowl West Indies out. So they got to a target of 329, and both declarations by Babar Azam in this test were extremely smart. I think he doesn't get enough credit for it. पहली innings में भी जैसे ही 302 हुआ, Pakistan were 9 wickets down, but he declared because he recognized game में ज़्यादा time नहीं रह गया. And even over here, as soon as Pakistan got to like that target of 329, he declared and gave his bowlers enough overs to bowl the opposition out. और ये कोई foreign captain होता ना तो सारों ने बोलना था कि oh what great captaincy, and so brave, he has such confidence in his team that they'll bowl out the opposition with just this target. And यहाँ पे हमें बाबर को भी credit देना चाहिए, because all of the critics जो एक मौका नहीं छोड़ते पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट को क्रिटिसाइज करने के लिए, अगर ये इसने ना किया होता तो वो कहते कि ओ लुक मिसबाज इन्फ्लुएंस इज ट्रिकलिंग डाउन ऑन बाबर एंड डिफेंसिव माइंडसेट एंड ये वो. तो जहां आपको अटैकिंग माइंडसेट नजर आ रहा है, जहां पे आपका कैप्टन ही इज गोइंग फॉर अ विन, यू हैव टू क्रेडिट हिम फॉर दैट, एंड आई थिंक ही डिजर्व्स ऑल द प्लॉडिट्स, एंड आई होप दिस डिसीजन पेज ऑफ एज वेल, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ व्हिच आई थिंक इट वाज अ वेरी ब्रेव डिसीजन. तो मेरा तो वोट है बाबर आजम के पास. आई थिंक इट वाज फैंटास्टिक फॉर हिम टू डिक्लेयर एट द टाइम दैट ही डिड, एंड ही शोड अ लॉट ऑफ करेज. But I suppose hindsight is 2020, because when West Indies came out to bat again, Pakistan's bowlers, they looked pretty lackluster. They didn't really threaten the West Indies. And I think a lot of that was due to fatigue from such a high-octane day of Test cricket. The pitch had also seemed to ease out a bit. और वो तो West Indies की एक भी wicket नहीं गिरनी थी if it wasn't for Kieran Powell, who forgot to ground his bat. I mean, absolute schoolboy stuff from the West Indian opener. मतलब, I think this is the last we've seen of Kieran Powell in Test cricket. इस series में भी, before this innings, his highest score was 5. He's had quite a few test matches under his belt, and his average is really substandard. और आज जब पहली दफा he crossed 20, he forgot to ground his bat, which is like he got the basics wrong of Test cricket or any sort of cricket. तो ये तो absolutely, it's inexcusable. And well, I would also like to give some credit to Shaheen Shah Afridi over here. It was an amazing throw from the deep. He got a direct hit. He's been the man with the golden arm for Pakistan in this test match. Hasn't put a foot wrong. और बहुत important breakthrough था पाकिस्तान के लिए, because पाकिस्तान पे बहुत ज़्यादा pressure होता है if West Indies ended the day with no wickets lost. But now they're at least 1 down, and Pakistan will be focused to get those 9 wickets tomorrow. So really important breakthrough, and it really was Shaheen Shah Afridi's day today. So West Indies ended the day at 49 for 1, which is a decent recovery, and they still of course do require 280 runs on day 5 to win the test match. They do have their captain and reliable batsman Craig Brathwaite on the crease on an unbeaten 17, partnered by Alzari Joseph, the night watchman, who's quite firm on 8 of 18 deliveries. And I think Pakistan will feel a bit disappointed over here that they were only able to get 1 wicket. They would have wanted at least 2 and ideally 3 or 4, but they have their work cut out for them. They need to get 9 wickets tomorrow, and it promises to be an amazing day of Test cricket. Of course, we've been spoiled in recent times. Test cricket just continues to deliver. This series in particular has been a great advert for the format. And once again, all 3 results are possible tomorrow. West Indies could chase down 280, Pakistan could get 9 wickets, and then we could have a draw. I mean, there could be rain or bad light. Let's hope that's not the case though. Aaj bhi 98 overs hone the, but we only got 81 in the day's play. So I'm not really optimistic that we'll get 90 tomorrow. Maybe if we get 80 tomorrow, that would be enough for Pakistan. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a riveting day of Test cricket, and I honestly cannot wait. I do feel that Pakistan are in a stronger position to win this test match compared to the West Indies, and I think कि अगर lunch तक Pakistan 4 या 5 wickets निकाल दे, then they will be in pole position to win this test match. And of course, on the flip side, if West Indies are like 85, 90 odd for one, or even 100 something for one by lunch, then they will start believing. So it's very like evenly poised, but I think thoda sa Pakistan ke favor mein hai, 60-40 maybe. And I say this because Pakistan's bowlers will start tomorrow fresh and ready to roll, and they're going to give it everything. They're going to put it all out in the park. So I'm going to go with the Pakistan victory here. You guys let me know who you think will win this test match in the comments section below. That's a wrap for volume 28, folks. Of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon in order to be notified about my latest videos. Of course, if you have any questions that you want addressed in future volumes, tweet them at DefMango using the hashtag AskCRIQAZI. I'll catch you after the end of day 5. That's all for now, guys. Kazi off the mic.
Have a look at that, Smiles up. Oh, it's nearly taken someone out the stands. That was a flat 6 right under the stand there, the George Giffen stand, up into the members, and it went like